Hi folks, Simon here and welcome to another WoW video which I'm going to split into two parts. For the first part I'm going to be explaining what the subroutine optimization Red Punchcard actually does, and then for the second part I'm going to be explaining how you can get your hands on your own copy of it. So first of all then, this is a super fun item. I'm not totally sure yet how useful it actually is, but it is a lot of fun. So what it's going to do is, first of all, you've got to have it equipped of course in the pocket sized computation device trinket and have that equipped also. And what's going to happen then, it's going to have a chance to proc when you cast with your spells and abilities, and when it does it's going to add up all of the values of your secondary stats, so crit strike, haste, mastery and versatility. Add them all up into one huge stat, and then it's going to, based on your yellow punch card, so as you can see mine is 290 crit, 96 haste, it's going to divide the total that it's just added up amongst those two stats according to the yellow punch card. So here's exactly how it does it step by step. First of all, it will add up these four stats. So 599 plus 649 plus 813 plus 1502. It will then, if you, like me, do not have the Titan forged version of it, add 227 to that total, so you are getting a bit of a bonus. It will then take 75% of that overall total and add it to the main stat in your yellow punch card. So for me that will be critical strike, and the remaining 25% of that huge number will be added to the smaller stat in your yellow punch card, in my case haste. But it's not just adding the total up, it's taking it out of all the stats, so that's why it's redistributing that amount. And the other thing to note is it's actually going to be reducing, I believe this is right, reducing the stats of your yellow punch card to 0. But that's only because, of course, it's redistributing them all, so it's adding them all up anyway. So you're not losing stats, you're actually gaining stats, but it is redistributing those according to what they are on the yellow punch card. So let's see it in action. So there we have it. So it's, as you can see, gone off now. We've got 39% critical strike rating, which is a lot of fun to play about with. 42%, and it lasts for about 12 seconds I think in total, so it gives you a good chance to, you know, make fun out of that extra stat. But it doesn't proc all that often. I'd suggest about once a minute or so, which I suppose isn't too bad, but you're not getting a huge bonus, remember. It is just giving you a little bit of fun in how those stats are redistributed. Okay, let's move on to the tutorial. Right, so the first thing you need to do is get access to... oh, crikey. The first thing you need to do is get access to this item here, the blue punch card, known as Remote Circuit Bypasser, and it actually spawns just off the Scrap King here. He's a rare mob, but I've killed him already today, which is why he hasn't got the silver portrait. And it has a 25% drop chance from this guy, the Scrap King. And you need to get that because we're going to have to socket that, as you can see, into our trinket here. Okay, yes, you can only loot him once per day, which means if you don't get the item, you will have to farm for it, unfortunately. So you only get one shot per day, and he has an arrow respawn, and this, again, is the item that you're looking for. It's the blue punch card, known as the Remote Circuit Bypasser. And just to clarify, this is where he spawns, in the heaps, at coordinates 7149. Back in town then, the recipe will become available from Pascal once you've stamped your trinket with that blue card, and you'll see the recipe here. It's called Subroutine Optimization. You can see the requirements you need. The chain igniter coil I need to get to with these. You can farm these from the various rare mobs scattered around the place, or you can actually purchase them. I definitely don't recommend spending the 35,000 gold though on each one that you'd need to spend if you want to buy them. What I do is just join a rare finding group from the group finder, and then you'll be able to kill loads of rares. It has quite a high drop rate actually, I think about 50% for most of these rares, which isn't too bad for a purple item. So once you've got to, then we can move on. Right, so it took about 20 minutes to farm for both of those rare items. I've already got everything else, so we can go ahead now and actually craft the subroutine optimization. And obviously it is going to have to replace whatever red card you've already got present, but we'll go ahead and do that now. So we'll say goodbye to overclock. And stick that in there. And that's basically all there is to it. So I've got a nice 37% critical strike rating here for 12 seconds or so, which as you can see isn't too bad at all. It's a lot of fun, this item, more than anything. Obviously, since it's mostly redistributing your other stats and stuff, it's not really giving you a huge advantage, but it can be fun to play about with, and I'm certainly going to be doing exactly that. But I hope this video has helped you folks out, so make sure you subscribe for more WoW tutorials in the future, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.